So there's two big problems with regret. The first is that you're carrying around a great heavy weight that you just don't need to be carrying. The second problem with regret is that it's based on a fallacy, an assumption. So let me describe those two problems with regret. The first is best explained with an old Zen story. Two monks were walking through the woods. They come to a stream. There's a woman standing at the stream, struggling. She needs to get across the stream. She asks for their help. One of the monks turns his head and keeps walking. The second monk picks up the woman, puts her over his shoulder, and takes her across the stream. She's fine. She carries on with her day. The two monks continue walking. They're walking in silence. There's some bad energy now between them. Eventually, the first monk says, "I can't contain it any longer. I have to tell you, I'm so angry with you. It's against our vows to touch a woman, let alone to pick her up. Why did you pick that woman up?" And the second monk said, "I picked her up because she asked for help. I then let her go on the other side of the stream. You, on the other hand, are still carrying her." Now, regrets function a lot like that story. Things from the past that we needed to let go of, we hang on to them, we put them over our shoulder, we carry them with us, and they're like a dead weight for us. We haul them round after us. So the first problem with regrets is that they make us heavy. They take our energy, or they sap our energy, because we're hauling around a great weight. The second problem with regrets is that they're based on an assumption, a great fallacy. And the assumption is that we think we know what would have been best. And we think that if we could go back and just make a different decision or a different choice, or if the past had played out in some different way, that then the future would have been better. But we actually don't know that that's true. We don't know for sure that if the past had been different, that the future would have been better. So we live our regrets based on this giant assumption that things would have been better. Now, there's been some studies done in the last few years about people who've won the lottery. Now, you'd think that someone who wins the lottery would have no regrets, that they'd live a happy life from then forward. And yet the studies show that a year after winning the lottery, most people are no happier than they were the day before they won the lottery. Now, maybe they've got new anxieties. Maybe they're now watching the markets like a hawk. Maybe they've got family coming asking for money all the time. Maybe they've got new troubles and anxieties, and maybe it's actually not been the great thing in their life that they were hoping it would be. Now apply that same thought to someone who has a terrible accident and maybe becomes a paraplegic. Now you would think that you would always regret an accident that leads to becoming a paraplegic. But again, studies show that a year later, people are no less happy than they were the day before they had the accident. Because maybe they've discovered something new about themselves. Maybe they've discovered some new joy, some new strength, some new gift in life that would never have happened if they hadn't had that accident. So we make a giant assumption when we think certain things will make us happier or other things will make us less happy. We don't know that. So one of the ways to counteract regrets in our life is to believe, to truly believe that there's always more to come. We don't have the whole picture. Live from one moment to the next. Make the best choices you can in each moment. And don't jump to conclusions.